Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to the Divine Connections reading. So for those of you that haven't seen this reading before, this is a reading that I offer as a personal Zoom reading, and we look at the masculine and feminine energies within a connection. So if you do head to my Facebook page, you can book in a reading there if this reading style resonates with you. And it allows me to tailor it more to, connect into the energies of your individual connection and your counterpart. So anyway, just so you know, that is there if that's something that you're interested in. So what we'll do today, this will be a reading for the week of the 25th of August, moving forward for the week. And we're going to grab the energies for feminine and masculine energies. And I do speak energies rather than sex, although I do use male and female just because it's easier to refer to that. So, take what resonates, leave what doesn't for you guys. And we're going to look at what's happening in the headspace in the 3D world, how each of the energies are feeling, and what are the intentions and some messages from each other and from spirit. So this reading will be a little bit longer than the normal ones. Anyway, let's get started and let's see how you guys, what you guys think of it. So would love some feedback. All right, so the first card that we've got today is in relation to the shared and joint energies of the connection. And we're getting a hidden gift, right? Which is all about the cycles of a relationship. So, understanding that things end and things begin. And there is a bit of sadness in relation to that. We do have to understand that, things are cyclical. And, when relationships end, it's allowing us to bring in the new. It's like anything, right? We need to clear out the old to make space for the new. And this is kind of coming up as the main shared message for both of us. So let's get some overall energies for each of the different, the masculine and feminine energies, and we'll see how that relates back into this overall shared energy of a hidden gift. So let's start with the feminine first. Let's get the overall energy for this reading for the feminine, and it's jumping out. Here we go. Embrace the feminine. So this is like another confirmation to say, yes, this is definitely a reading for the feminine. And with this card too, I'm also seeing that, it's like a birthing of the new. And like I said before, in order for the new to come in, we have to get rid of the old. So it might be a period of time, especially with this Virgo new moon coming in as well, where you're looking at clearing your space, you're looking at changing your routine, changing maybe some of your health and your fitness habits, and just mixing things up a bit and making space for the new to come in. I can see something beautiful is being birthed here, and there's potential for new growth, but it's like anything, if we don't allow for that to come into our lives, it never gets the opportunity to manifest. So let's get the masculine energy in relation to this. Too many cards falling out there. Okay. And we're getting the source of all. That beautiful energy in that card. Yeah, and this is a really divinely connected energy here. The masculine could be going through a very strong spiritual time at the moment where they're understanding what's coming up for them. They're understanding where their truth is, where they need to be. And for some of them, they could be finding that it's not where they are now, or it's not what they've been building towards. And, that can also bring in itself a little bit of sadness, because when we get to a point in our life where we've like, I've been working on this, I've been building this for such a long period of time, and it doesn't resonate with us anymore, you kind of feel a little bit of loss, right? A little bit of sadness as to, why have I invested so much into this if it no longer serves me? So that could be a difficult period for the masculines in coming to terms with their truth. So what we'll do is we'll get some more energies on each of the sides. I'll start off with the feminine over here, and we'll get an overall oracle card for what's going on in their 3D world and in their mind space, their head space. Let's see what we get here. Okay. And we're getting embrace spirit here. Okay, and I'll get some tarot to go with that. Get some tarot. All right, we'll get 4 tarot cards. Embrace spirit in the mental space. Yeah, I'm getting straight through for one of the first messages is there's a need for trust, right? There's a need to trust in spirit, to trust in divine timing, to trust in the path that you've been taken on, even if you can't actually see what's going on. And you might need to have visibility to this. It might be very important that you actually don't have visibility into what's going on. It could be for your own protection or for the protection of others. But there is a really strong message here to say that at some point in your life you have to just let go, and you have to trust, and stop trying to overthink the message. Okay. So we're getting here the 7 of Pentacles, which is someone that is overthinking and analysing too much. They're reviewing exactly what they've done. Could I have done this better? Or why am I in this situation? How come it's not working for me? What do I need to fix it? And I'm getting here with the 2 of Swords. There seems to be a decision as well of, do I stick out with this or do I just walk away? I'm not sure what to do with this connection, and I don't feel like I'm being supported by spirit. I don't feel like I'm getting the answers that I need, and I'm just not sure how to go with this. And I'm getting a feminine energy too that's also questioning whether this masculine is sitting in the space of pure sexual energy. So, are they sitting there are they thinking this masculine is just wanting a bit on the side effectively, right? Or just wanting a sexual relationship? Because this person that they're connecting, this energy that they're connecting with is very strong and passionate, right? Very strong and passionate. I can feel it brings out a whole different side of them, and potentially they could have been activated from a sexual and sensual perspective as well, right? Which has brought up a whole heap of other different emotions and feelings and thoughts around this situation. And I keep coming back to spirit to say, what you're seeing here is not actually what's going on, and you have to get in a space where you trust. Because if we go back to our feminine energy as well, when we think about feminine energy is about intuition and knowing and trusting, right? And working with our higher chakras and our higher intuition and our higher dimensions, right? And so we might be getting messages through, or feminine energy might be getting the messages through of things working a particular way, but it's not showing up that way. And I can see in this mental space, this feminine that I'm working with in this reading is feeling quite confused about that, and they're feeling like they don't have all the information, they can't make a decision, and they're really kind of stuck in their headspace around this. And look at this, at the back of the masculine deck, I've got Embrace Spirit. So let's see what we get for the masculines. So where are the masculine energies in relation to the headspace in their 3D world? One card, please. Surrender to the flow. So we might be dealing with a masculine energy here that is trying to control everything. And I'm getting a voice saying to me, you can't control everything, you can't manage everything. At what point do you let go? At what point do you actually matter? At what point do you count? Let's get some tarot. Yeah, we're getting the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like with this Knight too, it's very slow progress, and there's a real frustration around this. It's like, you know, I have all these hopes, these desires, these needs, and they're not manifesting. And I can't go any quicker than I'm going. And there seems to be a lot of stuff that's under the surface that hasn't been addressed yet. There's a lot of secrets that, and I feel like that's what's coming up here. There's a lot of secrets happening on this masculine side that the feminine is just not being told about, right? And because it's not supposed to be revealed at this point. I know that's very frustrating for some people, but, you know, just be aware that when they are ready, that truth will come through, right? And it will be swift, it'll be honest, it'll be open communication, and there will be an opportunity to talk through. But the masculines are not in that space just yet. Yeah. They're working towards their wish fulfillment. They're working towards finding the joy in their life. I feel like for a lot of them, there is no joy in their life. They just seem to be like a hamster on a wheel, going around and around and around, and one thing after the other. And you know, it's kind of stifling them. They feel like they're not achieving anything. And Spirit is saying to them, you know, like, yes, there has to be this ebb and flow, but you also have to be very clear about what's important to you and your truth and what you need in your life. And that's something that you need to be open about, firstly with yourself, more so than anyone else. And I think there is a little bit of deception within themselves. And it might be a matter of just not wanting to be honest and truthful with themselves about what it is that they actually do need. Whew, this is going to be a heavy one, I think, by the look of it. All right, let's see what's happening in the heart space, huh? So how are they feeling towards each other? How are they feeling towards each other? Let's go with the feminine energy. How is she feeling, or how is feminine feeling towards the masculine? Oh, you have to laugh, don't you? So we're getting embrace the masculine. All right, here we go. Here's the two of them together. Embrace the feminine, embrace the masculine. I love it when Spirit does this. All right, let's get 4 more tarot. Embrace the masculine. And that's a beautiful thought. Like, I'm sure, you know, for those of you who are resonate with feminine energies, that would be a very pleasurable experience to embrace the masculine, either part of you or within your divine counterpart. All right, 10 of Swords. Yeah, feels like there's a bit of a betrayal here. Okay. Let's see. Let's get 2 more. All right, so we're getting 10 of Swords, the Chariot, the 3 of Cups, and the King of Cups. Okay. So for some of you feminines, there is a knowing. Firstly, there's a knowing of the masculine. There's a knowing that this is your divine counterpart. It's showing up here twice, right? So there is that knowing, but there's a feeling of betrayal, and I feel like this is your own. It could be feeling betrayed by the masculine, but I'm feeling this is a betrayal by your own feelings, right? And by your own heart. Because for some of you, I felt like this, you thought, or you had thought that this was going to move forward. It was going to be fast moving. There was going to be a celebration. There was going to be all this love. And this hasn't manifested for you yet. But I do feel it could be a third party situation from the masculine's perspective, which is preventing this from moving forward. But I do feel that there is a lot of love here for that masculine, and there is a lot of emotion and connection, right? There is definitely that spiritual connection here with the King of Cups, and that love and compassion. And I think that's what makes it more of a betrayal, because when you get to a point, and this is something that I experienced recently myself, when you get to a point where you're getting such strong intuition and you're not seeing it manifest in the 3D, you start to question your intuition sometimes. But there's also underneath that a deep knowing that it's truth. So I'm feeling that some of these feminines are in that space also, where they're saying, I'm getting these messages and it's all coming through, and I'm seeing all the signs from Spirit, and Spirit is showing me this stuff every single day, but I'm not seeing it in the 3D, and I feel like I'm being betrayed by my soul, by my masculine. Very heavy energies here. Let's look at the masculine and how are they feeling towards the feminine. Okay, and we're getting let your emotions flow. And that's interesting here, guys. There could be an emphasis on water, on the word flow, you know, because we've got that in both cards. Let you surrender to the flow and let your emotions flow. And the first thing I get that is like a river or a stream, some sort of water, and there's water in this card as well. All right, could be let the energy flow too. So I'm feeling that the masculine is feeling quite emotional towards the feminine. Quite emotional. Let's get some tarot. Yeah, Ace of Wands. And there's a lot of passion there. There is a lot of love and a lot of passion. And I feel like this masculine is really struggling to put that into words with their feminine. And we're getting devil energy again, right? Strength, the devil, and the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So we've got a masculine that's they're so in their emotions. They feel this strong passion towards the feminine. They feel like they want to start something new and inspiring and adventurous, and something that makes their soul sing and brings them joy and brings them happiness. But there's something holding them back, and they're feeling like they're not in a space to be strong enough to bring that through. And I'm not sure whether we're getting here, and we talked about this before up here, right? Was whether they're picking up on the energy from the feminine, because the feminine's thinking, is this just a sexual desire from this masculine? I'm wondering, is this masculine thinking, is this all it is as well? But there's something else with this emotion card, because I can see that there is genuine feelings, and they genuinely care for their feminine. But this is keeping them up at night, because they might be in a situation where they're conflicted about their beliefs in relation to this connection, and that's keeping them up awake at night. And they're not able to move forward. They're trying to have the strength to come forward with this offer, with this passion, with this love, and like a lot of passion, but passionate adventure. I can see, like, two people just so joyously happy with this. And it's just a matter of this masculine finding the strength in himself to actually put himself first. Yeah, guys, heavy energies this week. I'd be really interested to see if this resonates for you. Let me know in the comments. Now let's have a look at what are their intentions towards each other for the coming week. What are their intentions? So let's look at the feminine. Heed the messengers. Here we go. Heed the messengers. So we talked about this before, is that the feminine is definitely getting a lot of messages from spirit, and a lot of her intuition is on point, right? But she's not seeing it. She's still not seeing it, and it's becoming a situation of trust. So I feel for this feminine, she is in a space of starting to really trust what she's getting, and letting go of the sadness of the expectation of what she thought was going to happen, right? Because this cup is still sitting here. There is still love here with this Four of Cups. These three, she's looking at, oh my God, they've gone. They're in the water. But this one is still sitting here. Although she's not looking at it. She's not visualizing it. And we get the Ten of Cups. Yeah. There is, and these two cards are really different. And I feel like this is a representation of what she's seeing in the 3D and what she's getting told in the 5-7D, right? So, because in the 5D, there are no issues. There are no problems. And there is a need to want to reach out to try and see if this is what's really manifesting in the 3D. And I don't think that is helping them in any... Look at this, guys. Can't make this up. Here we go. King and Queen of Cups. Counterpart energy here. I don't think, sorry, back to this. I don't think that this reaching out and, trying to see if this works in the 3D is going to help anything. The feminine knows, the divine feminine knows that she is the masculine's true counterpart. Okay, and this is her truth. This is her truth. And she's got to just trust in that. And she's got to believe in that, because the masculine is the one that will come in with action and take action on this. That's where their strength lies, right? In taking the action, taking the lead, and moving forward. But until they're in that position to do that, it's a matter of trusting that, knowing that what is destined for you will always come in. And she knows that she is the divine counterpart to the masculine. She knows that. All right, let's look at the masculine. What is their intentions towards the feminine for this week? And when I do this in personal readings, there's usually more opportunity to clarify each of the messages and ask any questions as we go along. But because this is a general reading, we'll just look at what's coming through. All right, masculines. Time to ground. Time to ground. Yeah. So the masculines have been in this space of flow and, back and forward. Should I, shouldn't I? What do I do? And, Spirit's kind of saying now's the time to ground this. You need to start taking action, because you'll sit in this space forever and potentially the opportunity will be missed. Yeah, this is someone that feels trapped by their own thoughts. And I'm I'm getting told, just get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. You're preventing your own happiness. What else have we got? 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords. And this is, Ace of Pentacles. Let me get one more. Whoops. And 2 of Wands. Yeah. This is a masculine that is so in their head. So in their head. And they're so confused about how they move forward. It's like, do I do this, but at what cost, right? It's like a win at any cost scenario. And there could be some really underhanded behavior around this. And I don't think this masculine really wants to be in that space. But they don't know how to be honest with themselves as a starting point. And then honest with the people around them to say that this is not what I've created is not what I want. And I want this new tangible beginning. And I've made my decision. I'm waiting for my ships to come in now. I just have to take that action to say, this is my choice and this is where I'm at now at this point in my life. So I can see some really big decision points are coming up for this masculine. And, it'll be whether he decides it's time for him to ground this connection, to bring it in, and to start looking at what he needs to remove from his life. Because on both sides here, we're being shown that it is about endings and new beginnings. And it's also about how we look at things, like what our perception is of of, you know, things ending and things beginning and the cycles around that. All right, let's get some messages from each other. We'll start with the feminine and we'll get some messages, what the feminine wants to say to the masculine. I'll just get 3. These are just little message cards. I didn't put them on the decks below because they're just one of mine. And I don't sell them anyway at the moment. Okay, so the feminine says to the masculine, I am working on loving myself. Yeah. So those fears and doubts that she's been thinking about as I'm not seeing it, I'm not trusting it, I'm not being supported, that's just coming from a place of fear. So she's working hard to start to love herself. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, come on. You inspire me. Yeah, so the feminine can see, the feminine has this intuition and knowing, right? They can see 20 steps ahead down the path. And she can see how amazing this can all be. And I think that's what frustrates her as well, is that, you know, it's like someone that you know will absolutely adore eating ice cream, but they won't try it. They won't try it because they're afraid. And the feminine kind of thinks, I can see this and I'm inspired by our connection and how amazing that you are. But it's just not happening. And the last one is, no one I have ever met compares to you. Yeah. For some of these feminines, I'm feeling that there may be additional options that are coming in, and they keep looking at them and comparing them to the masculine. I'm getting told here, a bird in the hand, but they're saying no, they don't want to settle. All right, let's look at the masculines. What do you want to say, masculines, to the feminines? I had to run from the intensity of the connection. So we might have some masculines here that have run, that have ghosted, that have walked away, that are just in hibernation mode, in hermit mode, freaked out from the connection. And they are saying, I know we will be together in union in this lifetime. And this is this knowing that has come through before, right? And knowing their truth. The masculines know this is a sacred and divine connection. And it's coming up as it's coming up for them, but it's them getting out of their own space to allow that room for something new to come in, right? They have to close down what's not working for them right now. And that sounds like, to some, it could be a difficult thing, but they're so supported by spirit that it doesn't have to be difficult if it doesn't need to be. All right? We make things more difficult by the expectations and the mental projections that we put on everything. Let's get one more. I am so attracted to you. This came up a few times when I was prepping the cards as well. So there's definitely this major attraction, and we got that with the passion before too. I'd say there's probably a lot of passion involved in this connection. And yeah, let's leave that one at that. All right, let's get one final card from Spirit. What's the advice for these two, for this connection, for the next week? What can they do to help them through this week? Some very heavy energies there. Let's see what we're getting. Okay. So we're getting Gaia. Wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. And the first thing, and this is a 5 card, so it's transformation and change. The first thing I'm getting here too is connecting to Mother Earth as well. And connecting to your own innate wisdom and spiritual knowledge. Now, whether this means getting outside and sitting under a tree and meditating, or, going for a swim or going for a walk, or whatever you need to do in nature to get back to the truth of who you are from a spiritual, from a soul, from a higher self perspective, right? And I'm finding that you will get the answers that you need in that situation. I know with me, I walk every morning in nature, and the information that is given to me through spirit, through that hour every morning, is amazing, is just amazing. So for this couple here who I'm connecting in with, find whatever works for you. Find your spiritual connection to Earth. And, it could be as simple as, if you live near a beach, just going, putting your bare feet in the sand, or, in the water. So whatever it is that works for you, find that connection and find that understanding of who you are and what your soul truth is to you, okay? And trust and love that you're always supported, and your guides and your spiritual team are there for you whenever you need it, okay? All right, guys, I will leave it at that. I hope you like the reading. Let me know, and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and let us know by liking the video. It's a free energy exchange to give back, and it helps me and the channel. So take care until next week. Lots of love. Bye.